That's crazy. You've actually taught me something new today.
Yeah, in those days, like, seeing blood in a video game was like, huh?
Some people want to see Tifa in Tekken 8.
I want her so bad.
But right, let me ask you this, Rose. Right, hypothetically, right, if we do get MK12 at the end of the year, do you think Crushing Blows should come back with a strict criteria to get access to certain damage or certain things that happen in the game?
I love it. I think it's part of the Mortal Kombat universe.
Nuts to something else?
I think it's just part of the lore. I think it's part of the violence, because that's the thing about Mortal Kombat, right? When Mortal Kombat first came out, it was banned in so many other countries just because
still
of the
banned in Japan.
It's still banned, yeah.
It's so wait.
Yes.
Seriously?
It's
That's
very
why.
violent. It's violence since the beginning.
So, like, there's the reason why Mortal Kombat has no scene in East Asia is because it's literally unavailable.
no idea.
Banned,
I cannot buy Mortal Kombat.
Wow.
I think
I
it's the
didn't
same
mean
in
to
South
talk over
Korea
your
too.
question, by the way. I just got
Apologies.
really excited.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, I had no idea it was banned over there. Wait, okay. Before you continue that, Rose, is it banned in Australia as well? It must be. Is it banned in Australia?
Let me Google. I don't think so, but let me check.
I might have to look that up. But no, okay. Aria's got me doing some Google searches randomly on a podcast. I had no idea it was banned in Japan.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the thing, right? Like, but like, you know, Mortal Kombat is known for its gratuitous violence. If they pushed it, if they pulled it back just so they could start selling it in all markets,
it loses essence. It loses substance.
Of course.
That's crazy. You've actually taught me something new today.
Mortal Kombat.
I just think sometimes I think these
Mortal
games are
Kombat
everywhere.
is banned in Indonesia, Japan, mainland China, and Ukraine, and it was banned in Australia until February of 2013.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why the NRS scene is it's quite small, just because it's like you guys have in Tekken, you guys have the Tekken World Tour. I was just thinking when you guys were talking about like, man, like I wish Mortal Kombat had something like that, but it's so limited because of how graphically violent and it's been like that since the beginning, except I think it's the Nintendo system. When it first came out, instead of blood, they had sweat. So they had
Yeah.
They had to change that to be more family friendly.
On the Super Nintendo, this is sort of notorious. So the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo version came out at the same time, and your Super Nintendo was bloodless, and they bled sweat. But on the Mega Drive, you could enter a blood code to unlock blood, right?
Yep.
In
No way.
those days, like seeing blood in a video game was like, huh?
Whoa.
Yeah, I remember seeing Mortal Kombat for the first time, just thinking, they're bleeding? Video game characters bleed? What? It's
and then the
it was
fatalities
something
and
else.
stuff too were like, and when you guys talk about and Jammers, we discussed earlier that you and I are practically the same age. For me personally, when I played Mortal Kombat 2, I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. I would play with, like, I always tell people that my family fun game nights wasn't just Monopoly. It was, we would sit down and play MK2 on the Sega Genesis. And, I wasn't on the internet. I was way too young. So if I was on the playground, I used to call it playground talk. My friend would tell me like, oh my God, like Liu Kang turned into a dragon and like bit this person's whole body off. And we're like, no, you're lying. Like, that's not a thing. And then my brother would see it either in like a game cheat code booklet, or he would see it in like a Game Informer, or I think it was Nintendo Power. I think it's still around to this day, but he would see it in a magazine and he would do the fatality on screen and we watched it and we're like, oh my God, this kid wasn't lying. And then I would be blowing up people with Sonya's Kiss and swallowing people with Melina and just spitting their bones out. Like, I love Mortal Kombat.
Damn.
It's
The
so
days
good, but
before
it's violent.
The days before the internet as well. Like, I remember all these crazy, playground rumors. Like,
I miss that though. That's what I love about fighting games the most, is like these little secrets or like little Easter eggs and a little piece of nostalgia. Like, I kind of miss that. And that's why I liked the crypt so much in Mortal Kombat 11, especially with this one in particular. Because to be honest, like, I didn't play a lot of MKX. I was too busy playing Kingdom Hearts 2. But I did play a little bit of MK9 growing up when I was younger. And even seeing the crypt and like the jump scares and seeing all like the little secret cool, even like that iconic Scorpion clip. I know Ketchup and Mustard, they have it. Like, it's like cooking with Scorpion or something like that. They have like little tidbits and stuff like that in there. So I hope that Mortal Kombat 12, I hope that they continue not only with crushing blows / X-rays, if you're from the MKX or MK9 era, but also with the secret Easter eggs that we kind of come to know and love. I really hope that they keep up with that.
Okay. Nah, I like that. Now I've got another question, because my game don't do this, but both your respective games do this. You probably know what I'm alluding to. I'm gonna ask Arya first, because this does help with promotion and marketing. Do you think guest characters should return?
Yeah,
I
do.
like this question. Yes.
I do. I think yeah, a lot of the, I guess, the pure Tekken fan base is really against the guest characters. Like, just keep it all Tekken. But they're just too much fun, right? And not just that, but I think they genuinely help to get the game out to more people, and they genuinely help grow the scene. I'm trying to imagine, would Tekken 7 been as big without Akuma? Probably not. You know, like Negan was a bit of a weird one, but again, like, I'm sure it brought.
I was
brought
hyped,
lots
but
of
it
new
was
people.
super out of left field. Like, why is The Walking Dead in Tekken? But apparently him and Jeffrey Dean
do you know
Morgan
what?
Harada are friends. I didn't know that. Apparently they're like really good friends.
Oh, okay.
From what I heard.
No, I didn't know that either. But I think it just goes to show how, you know, creative they can be and how really out there they can go, right? Because again, NRS have did it for ages. Movie characters have been in there. So I don't see why other fighting games can't do it. I mean, I was pretty surprised when Noctis made an appearance.
That was another weird one.
Tekken 7. Because I remember a friend, he was playing Tekken 7, but he said, hang on. He's like, who's this character? I said, yo, did you not play Final Fantasy 15? He said, no. And they said, okay, did they stay faithful? I said, yeah. And I was telling him all this stuff about Noctis. He's like, I don't even play Tekken 7. I just know that character. And it's like, okay. So now there's this thing I hear just floating around. I don't know if it's like still in the air, but you know what? Some people, if you're putting Noctis in Tekken 7, some people want to see Tifa in Tekken 8.
Sure.
I want her so bad. I
I
wanted her in Tekken 7. Actually, there's a mod, I believe it's for Josie, that you can actually put the mod on Josie and make it, and it totally fits. It looks so good too.
Yeah, no, like the modders for Tekken 7 are insane. Like, they're creating a cloud one for Noctis as well. So you can have, it's really well done. Yeah, you can have Cloud, you can have Tifa, you can. But yeah, I hope actually Street Fighter gets a guest character or two in there.
Yeah, I'm hoping so as well, because I think probably maybe a downside, not a complete negative, maybe a downside for Street Fighter games is they just stick to their universe. The universe is vast in itself, and returning characters coming in a new system is always good, because I think maybe they are that confident that their character base is just big enough that it'll do wonders itself. But I think with how times and things have been changing, and it's like with all these games having guest characters, I've seen it even in anime fighters as well. They'll just get a guest character from an anime, and then they'll put it in the game. Obviously, Tekken went out of their way to get all these guest characters. NRS keeps changing the game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Terminator, Rambo,
Jason,
Alien versus Predator. Like, yes. Because, wait, Jason came in MKX because Freddy Krueger came in 9th?
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I
and then
remember.
Kratos was also in MK9, but I think...
I forgot.
He was?
On the portable, like, no, you're right. He was at MK9. Yeah, I like, the thing is that Mortal Kombat, of course, has the luxury of the Warner Brothers Association. So like it just has like the Ninja Turtles, right? And like, you know, you have Alien, Predator, like Leatherface, and Freddy Krueger. Who else they had? Jason.
Yeah, they've had
Spawn, of course.
Spawn's been
Terminator, RoboCop, Rambo.
I love RoboCop. I actually really enjoy playing with him sometimes. I was really excited that Nightwolf actually made a return as well too, from the Mortal Kombat roster. I was super happy to see him in the DLC as well. Yeah, Kratos was an MK9. I think he was a PlayStation exclusive. Yes. And then Freddy Krueger, I believe, was Xbox. Someone in the comments is more than welcome to correct me if they could. Because with MKX, like I remember, or sorry, MK9, like I remember my brother and I playing it a good bit. But I didn't really come into the scene until MK11 because that's when I actually started streaming and being more of. I did commentary for all female exhibitions and did a little commentary here and there, a little bit of competing. I didn't really do too well, but I had fun with it regardless and stuff too. But I've always loved Mortal Kombat as a kid and just like the lore. And I like the boundaries that NetherRealm has kind of pushed with Mortal Kombat that a lot of fighting games haven't really gone to just yet. I think specifically just in violence and just in aesthetic. But yes, I do believe I love guest characters, especially because I'm a horror fan. I love slasher films. My dream is to have Ghostface in as like a DLC, or even like because I know they had Leatherface in MKX and they had Jason. They did have the Xenomorph from Alien. Yeah, I was thinking Dead Space. I almost said Necromorph. Oh my god.
Don't worry, I was thinking
yeah, they had the Xenomorph Queen in there too. Actually, it was, oh my god. I was talking about this with my friend Stacy the other day. So Ash Williams, if you guys have seen the Evil Dead films, he was almost in MK11 and they took him out. And actually, so you can't find the trailer anymore unless somebody has it downloaded or it's probably on the deep threads of Reddit somewhere. But
if you go searching in places you shouldn't.
Right. And actually, I think it's Combat Pack 1. At the first trailer that had Shang Tsung, it had Sindel, it had Spawn, Joker from DC, or Batman, more likely, and Nightwolf, and I think there's a couple other characters that could be missing. But anyways, there's actually a chainsaw sound that you could hear at the very end. I think it said "and many more." And it was leaked too about Army of Darkness, which is the third Evil Dead film. That copyright was actually in, like, you know how they're I don't know what to call them. They have like the big logo and it has like the little trademarks and stuff at the bottom. The Evil Dead one was in there and they got it taken out. So something with the licensing didn't really go right with that. And I'm super disappointed because I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. So I'm hoping that we actually see that in MK12. If not Ghostface.
There was a plan to do another season for Mortal Kombat 11, I heard, but it got scrapped for I who knows why. I mean, Ash was the rumored one, and I also heard something about Ripley as well, which would have been amazing.
Yes, yeah,
that would
to have Sigourney
sick.
Weaver in the game would have been so badass. Actually, Buffy the Vampire Slayer too. Like they were gonna put Buffy in the game too.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, they thought about it.
Hopefully for MK12. I mean, hopefully they're holding these cards for MK12.
I hope so, because it's like my whole childhood, and like I love anything that has some type of like horror aesthetic. And them putting someone like the fact that they put like Freddy Krueger in MK9, like that was, and then like his fatality, like you put him in the boiler room and they just set on fire. It's so crazy, absolutely insane. It's just so like uncanny. Like these universes are kind of like what Dead by Daylight does with their characters. Like they kind of implement them into the lore. I love stuff like that because just to make it kind of coincide with whatever it is that they're collaborating with, like I love stuff like that. So I hope Mortal Kombat 12, Ed Boon, please bring guest characters, especially if it makes sense with the lore as well too.
Don't worry.
I'm
that's
okay
fine.
with that.
All right. Let me ask you one. Let me ask one closing question before we have to wrap this one up. All right, Arya, if you could have any guest character in Tekken 8, who would you pick? Anyone that comes to mind.
Someone I suggested recently is John Wick, right? Because
yes.
Seriously? Because the weapons are a thing now, right? In Tekken.
Yeah, they are.
And, John Wick, because like weapons are a thing, and he's got a new movie coming out, and I think they're going to film 4 is coming out pretty soon, and I think they've confirmed 5. I'm not sure, but it would just get so many new eyes on Tekken. It would be.
I would
huge.
main him immediately. Please bring Keanu Reeves into Tekken 8. Oh my god,
wow,
it'd be so cool.
I mean, if he's in Cyberpunk,
right?
That's so true, though.
He could do something somewhere else.
But other than John Wick, I'd like to have, because Tekken's like the only 3D fighter right now. So it's kind of holding the torch for other 3D fighters. I'd like to see a few guests. I'd like to see, for example, like Ryu Hayabusa from Dead or Alive, or maybe a Virtua Fighter character, Akira would be great, for example. Just to sort of spread awareness on, like, because I feel that, like, sort of the future of 3D fighters sort of rests on Tekken 8. So I hope it gives a nod to, the other ones.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. I mean, we could continue this conversation for hours, but
Yeah. Who would you like to see, actually, a guest character, both for Street Fighter and for Mortal Kombat?
Well, okay. If it's Mortal Kombat, Isaac Clarke from
That'd
Dead
be
Space,
sick. That'd be
100%.
sick, yeah.
I think
100%.
that would work. Street Fighter. Ooh, I definitely want a Final Fantasy character in there. I'd probably say, I like my mobility. I'd probably say Pain from 10-2.
Pain.
I think that could
Pain.
work. She's got a weapon. Maybe Pain would work in Tekken. Actually, it's got a weapon. Weapons are a thing, as you said. Well, maybe it might make more sense if Capcom were to do this. It'd make more sense to do it from. They couldn't bring a character from NRS probably. It'd have to be something where it's like less gory, less violent, I should say. Look, they've done it with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, so I can't really say a Tekken character should come in a Street Fighter game because that's already been done.
I think if they do like Johnny Cage or Sonya or Jax, seeing Jax would be pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Cassie.
That'd be cool. Or I'll tell you what, maybe in NRS game we can get a Gears of War character.
That's been discussed before too. A lot of people that have come into my chats, were like, oh, like I wish like a Gears of War character. I think I've had like. I think my friend Big D, I think he would love something like that with Gears of War. I think that would be pretty kick-ass.
That'd be so cool. But nah, I'd play it safe and probably want a King of Fighters character in Street Fighter to see how that works. Because I think they're very... Look, we already had Capcom versus SNK. Maybe... But the thing is, if you do that, people are going to get the wrong idea. You're going to get a SNK character and they go, oh my god,
it's happening.
They're preluding it.
Yes. and I'd be all for that. I mean, I really like the CVS games, so I think probably I don't know, a no-brainer pick, probably like Kyo or Iori or something, like one of the main heads.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or I'll tell you what they could do. Put Dr. Doom in Street Fighter 6. That's what you could do. There,
Marvel.
Done. You done Marvel vs. Capcom? Put Dr. Doom in Street Fighter 6. Perfect. I'd play that game all day. We give them the drive system as well. And foot
great.
dive. I'm already making demands. Where's this entitlement coming from? I just said that about an hour ago.
Foot dive's gonna go down so well. Like, on that point, King of Fighters characters, if because we already have decent Tekken, if they added a Rock in there, there's like a natural parallel between Jin and Kazuya and Rock and Geese. Yeah.
True.
So, if we got like daddy issues, right? Like characters with daddy issues, add more of them, right? So, guest characters are fun. And I think, if you're really against guest characters, I get it. You want to maintain like, a coherent universe for your game, but they're just so much fun. How can you say no?
I mean, if you're against guest characters, come join me in Street Fighter 6. There's none there.
For now.
Come join me. Yeah. Well, maybe they might do in the future. They might not. But just for now, join me.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that. Now that chat was part of a much wider podcast between me, Hannah, and Jammers. It was super fun. We talked about a bunch of different things, and we'll be uploading those other parts soon. Cheers. Have a great day. We'll catch you later.